Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So last time we created a first prompt using ChatGPT API after setting up the Conda and Jupyter environment. So this time we are going into a little more depth, and today I'll be teaching you how to use system prompts, user prompts, assistant prompts. So let's get started. So I've already created a Jupyter notebook for this, and uh, I'll explain it to you from the beginning. If you're trying to build anything with OpenAI's GPT API, so there's what's concept you need to understand, and that's how roles work. There are like three different roles: system role, user role, and assistant role. Uh, Today I'll walk you through how these roles influence the responses from GPT API, right? I'll try to build a real example in this Jupyter notebook, so please follow along. First of all, this is the setup from the last video. If you haven't already done this, then I recommend you check out my last video, and after you reach this point, we can move on from here. So first of all, we are going to import all the libraries that we need. We import OS. We don't need request actually. We just need .env. We need OpenAI from OpenAI library, right? After this, we load the env. We did this in the last video. This will set your OpenAI API key into your OS, and this OpenAI object will directly use that API key. So we just load the API key, and after that we check if the key is okay or not. If it's fine, then we move forward, right? Then we create an object of OpenAI, and after this object will automatically use the API key that we set in the environment file, right? After please don't hard code your API keys into your notebooks or in your applications. In a GPT conversation, each message has a role, right? Think of it like a theater play. The system sets the stage. It defines the assistant's behavior. Assistant is our GPT, right? So like saying you are a sarcastic mentor, or you are a funny therapist. And these kind of system prompts will set a behavior for your assistant. The user role is basically you, whatever you want to say, or this will represent the user that is using the API. The assistant is GPT generating the replies. So first let's run this example. So in this example, our system prompt tells the AI to take on a sarcastic motivational tone. The user prompt asks for study tips. The AI reply will reflect both of these, right? So I've already run this. Let's run from the start. Our API key is fine. API object is okay. So I'll run this again. It takes some time for response. I'm using GPT-4 mini. This will cost you far less than the actual version, so you keep in mind that you use this model only if you wanna test things out, right? Okay, staying motivated to study every day, that's a piece of cake. Just grab a slice of that cake, sit back and bask in the glory of procrastination. Seriously, who doesn't love a good Netflix binge or scrolling through social media? So our GPT is replying in a sarcastic tone. It's obviously motivating, but you can see create a study schedule, set small goals, break it down, because let's face it, taking a massive textbook is way more terrifying than wrestling a cat. It will use weird phrases like this: terrifying than wrestling a cat, but okay, fine. So our prompt is working, right? And you can also change the type of prompts. So in the next section, I have try to change the prompt to you are a calm therapist who always listens carefully, right? And the user says, I feel overwhelmed with work and life. So let's see what GPT replies. It sounds like you are carrying a heavy load right now. It can be really tough when the demands of work and life start piling up. Can you tell me a bit more? So it's acting like a therapist. You can also set the behavior for the therapist. You can be a calm therapist. You can be angry therapist. Let's say angry therapist. This will probably need another therapist. I hear you, it's completely understandable to feel overwhelmed, especially when it seems like everything is failing. It's infuriating when life doesn't give you a breather, but specifically is weighing it down. Let's break it down. Angry and um, angry and fraud therapist. Let's see. Who never listens carefully. Right, let's see what it replies now. Well, you're not alone, everyone has to mention it's just part, right? You should just try prioritizing bit. I mean, it's still giving you good answers, right? It screams at patience. How about this? Oh, I'm really? You have got to be kidding me. Now it's working, right? The system prompt is working fine now. The most boomer tip. Get a grip. So let's move on to our next example. You can also have like to make a proper back and forth conversation. You can even include previous assistant replies. That way, GPT keeps context of your conversation. Now it knows what it said and it can build up on that conversation. Assistant is the GPT, right? It can build up on the sentence, and you can set the behavior using the system prompt. So I already ran this, so let's run it again. It takes some time, so it's taking a lot of okay, fine. Absolutely, here is a detailed 3-day itinerary for Tokyo that includes local food experiences, Asakusa and Skytree. In morning, it gives you food experience, afternoon, and then evening. Yeah, it has created a perfect timetable for you to explore Tokyo. So this is how you can build up multiple conversation pieces. Jupyter will try to use the previous prompt that it said, and it can build up on that. So if you want to start visit, let's say in Delhi. Then it will reply based on that experience. It's taking some time, but let's wait. Finally it worked. There is to explore Old Delhi. Yeah, Old Delhi, Jama Masjid, breakfast at Kareem's, midday Red Fort, afternoon Chandni Chowk. Yeah, so it does know how to create local experiences, itinerary. Let's move on to our next prompt. So you can also tell the system to create and to give you replies in specific formats. For example, developers will know that they only use JSON objects mostly for API responses. So you can ask GPT to create a JSON valid JSON format. and it will give you the proper format that you can simply copy paste into your APIs, right? So this is your JSON generating bot. Always respond only in valid JSON format and give me the summary of Iron Man's character. So GPT has applied character, inside it another object, name, real name, universe, and the background is other objects, family inside it, father, mother, relationship, personality traits, powers, major themes, affiliations, right? Avenger, Shield, Stark, Industries. So this is how you can ask it to generate specific formats. Instead of valid JSON, we can also valid CSV format. Let's see how it works with CSV. Iron Man, also known as its fictional character. Let's say CSV, bro. And so the CSV is working. Character description: Iron Man, alter ego of Tony Stark, a wealthy industrialist. So you can create different formats here, right? And last of all, one more trick is that please don't use system prompts to store information. System is to tell GPT about the behavior. It's not about information, so don't overload it with any information. Here in this conversation, for let's say for you build a chatbot. For system, you say you are a customer service agent, and the information is given by the user, right? And you can build upon ChatGPT's content that it doesn't know the answer, and then user asks any updates and it will build upon that. So don't put this information or any other information into system. It's not use different modes to. We'll be discussing how to use memory in the next video. For this video, this is enough, right? So let's run it from the top, right? So let's run our code from the top. First of all, we import all the required libraries. We don't need requests. First of all, we import all our libraries, OS, OpenAI. We load our API key that we got from GPT. Then we create an OpenAI object. We put the messages and we put the role as well as content. And then we hit the API key and we get the response back and we print it. For this, let's say, we can also choose different system prompts. You can set the behavior for the system prompt, and you can also have multiple conversation pieces with the assistant, system, user, assistant roles, right? And finally, we can also add in different formatting systems. You can ask GPT to reply with certain format, CSV, JSON, whatever. And finally, we have multiple pieces to we need to avoid adding any information into the system prompt. We should use only user assistant. So to recap, use system to set tone or instructions, user to ask questions, and assistant to simulate back and forths, right? You can chain them to create full conversations. This is the foundation of every GPT based app, right? If you found this helpful, please hit like and subscribe. In the next video, I'll show you how to store conversations in a database and reuse them for smarter AI apps. Until then, keep building.